What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another truck upgrade video. Last video we put LED bulbs on the headlights. Today we're going to be addressing the tow mirrors here. As you can see, this mirror is in pretty rough shape. It's all scuffed up and it's all smashed out. The other side is in better condition. It's got a few scuffs, but it's not all smashed. These are really basic. These are basic mirrors. You know, you got the turn signal and power adjust. These are power mirror adjust, but everything else is manual. So we're gonna be upgrading that. So Sanooer, pretty sure that's how you say it, sent me out some of their towing mirrors. Pretty sure these are switchback, which means they're gonna be LED lights when you're driving and then they turn orange when you go to turn. But we're gonna get them unboxed, take a look at them, and show you guys how to get them on the truck. And thank you to Sanooer for sending me these out, really appreciate it. There will be an affiliate code and a link in the description of this video if you guys want to pick up some of these for yourself. Let's go ahead and open these up, see what we got. Sanooer little pamphlet, really nice manual. Yeah, that is really nice. Wow. All right. Here they are. We have here multifunctional removal tool. Okay, comes with a trim removing tool. Here's our plug setup. So there's the light right there in the corner. There's our mirror. They are heated. They feel super nice. There's your weather stripping. Very nice. All right, so now we got to go about getting the old ones off, getting these new ones on. So you're gonna need a couple simple tools to do this, starting with some trim removers. And when you get these Sanooer towing mirrors, they come with a set of trim removers, which come in super handy. You definitely need some of these to do the job. Another reason to go ahead with these mirrors, because it already comes with the tools you need, because it already comes with these. So these are included with the kit. This is the stuff you're going to need separately. I have a 7mm socket on a ratchet here. You don't have to have two ratchets, but make sure you have a 7mm socket. I have a extending magnet stick. Not super necessary. You could be super careful and try not to lose nuts in the door when you're taking the mirrors off, but it makes it so much easier to just have one of these so you don't lose any nuts into the door. I'd recommend a light source of some kind. So any light will do, phone maybe. Sometimes it gets dark and you want a light source. And last, you are going to want a 11mm socket. This is for the nuts that hold the mirror on, and an extender. So that's what you need to do the job. Like I said, you don't need two ratchets. You can do one ratchet and have the sockets. I just so happen to have two ratchets, so I kept them on separate ratchets. And that is everything you need. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so same thing we did on the other side. I'm gonna pop this trim cover off using the tool that they include. Okay. These trim tools that they included have actually been so handy. I've used almost all of them. Next, pop this cover off right here. Just like that. This 7mm socket, and take out the screws right here. There's 4 of them. 2 here behind that cover and 2 more below the door. I'm gonna take all those out and then we'll be able to lift this panel off. Now the next step is we're gonna lift the whole door panel up. Just like that, pops free. Now this step you guys don't have to do, but I'm gonna do it so you can see. I'm going to go ahead and unplug all my wires here. Okay, now I can lift my whole door panel up. This is just so you guys can see. Like I said, you'd be able to get to this plug without taking everything off. This is the plug we're looking for. It's gonna be mounted right to the truck here. I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna slide this plastic keeper here, this plastic lock forward, like that. Now we can depress this trigger here. And it pulls right out. Now you'll see there's a pin right here. This needs to be pushed through in order to get this plug out. So we're gonna push that through, just like that. Next step, pull the stripping back so that you can get to your bolts, get to your nuts right there, like that. And we're gonna pull this top plug out and this bottom plug out, just like that. And when you take the last one out, remember that this mirror is going to be held in by nothing. You got to be ready to grab it. So let's go ahead and take these out. And for anybody wondering, it is an 11mm socket. A magnet around. I have this one on a stick just so you don't lose these down the door, because they are very difficult to get out. See, I'm using this to unscrew it at the very end so I don't lose them. So let's say you drop one of these bolts. What's going to happen to it and how do you get it out? It's going to fall down. Assuming it's one of these bolts, assuming it falls all the way down, which it probably will, you'll hear it fall all the way down into here, this little cavern right here. Now that I had one fall on the other side, and I stuck a light up here. I peeled some of this back, stuck a light up here so I could look down. And in this hole here, you can fish around with a magnet stick, and it should be down in this cavern somewhere. And when I dropped one, it was over here inside it. So it wasn't that far away. So the probability of you getting out is pretty high if you do drop one. In the box, there are some nuts that Sanooer includes. So if you do lose one, you got extras right here. Grab that nut out of there. Now make sure your plug's unplugged and that you undid this plastic holder. And you should be able to pull your mirror right off. Just like that. And there is the old mirror. Now let's go grab the new one. Okay, so these Sanooer mirrors came with these adapter piece here. I don't need this, so we're gonna go ahead and unplug this because we do not need this harness. All right, guys, so if you're wondering what this harness does, it takes the 11 to 16 plug here and it adapts it to 1999 to 2002. That's what these plugs are for. And then 2003 to 2006. And I'm going to position the nut on it like that. That way I'm able to use this to start the nut on this bolt to keep the mirror in place. So now I'm going to take my plug, thread it through the front side of the mirror spot. There should be a hole where you can feed it through, and just like that. Now take my nut, the mirror is hanging in here. We just shoved the wire through the hole on this side, and it's going down into the door now. So now we need to find our wire. So right now I'm fishing around in the door and grabbing it with this trim remover piece, which they include in the set, and I found it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plug end through, just like that. You're gonna take your plug make sure that it clicks in firmly to the socket. Hear that? It means it's in there firm. And now you need to make sure you lock this. This makes sure this plug never jiggles loose while you're driving and you don't lose functionality to your mirror. So you go ahead and click this forward and it is locked in place. Now I'm going to shove my excess wire back into the hole till it looks like right about that. Now, if I hadn't removed my door panel fully, I could just flop this back up and slide the door panel back into place, but I took mine off completely to show you guys, so I need to put that back on. Now you're ready to put your door panel back on. Regardless of whether you just slid it out a little bit or you took the entire thing off, you're still going to need to do this step. It's got these clips located all over the door, and how you put them in is the door panel needs to go into the holes and then be shoved down to lock them in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug my wires back in, push it in place. You'll see it pushes up against the truck, and then we slide it down. It may take some jiggling to get it into place. When you put the door panel on, your lock's going to be somewhere over here, so you need to push it over and make sure it goes through the correct hole. Now you need to take your screws, put 2 in here, 2 in there, put this trim cover back over those. Now it's time to put all our nuts back on, so I'm going to push the mirror up. When you're putting in these bolts, it is important to make sure that this gasket here is getting squished up against the truck, because that's what makes your seal. I'm gonna go ahead and put this weather sealant back in, like that. Take your rubber plugs back over the screw holes. Now we're gonna take our trim piece, clips lined up, and just push it on there. You'll hear it click, and there she goes, back on. Peel off plastic protection. Wait till the very end to do this, because you don't want to scratch up your mirror when you're installing it. And there you go, all installed. You can see the gasket is nice and squished up against the truck here, preventing water from leaking into the cab. And that is how you install some nice looking lights. Now we got the truck running, we're just making sure they're working. Lights are working on this side, and the light is working on this side. I also turned the heated mirrors on, so make sure your mirrors are getting warm, which mine are. There we go. I'll show you guys what it looks like when the truck's running normally. There's those white lights. So that is both sides done, looking good. All right guys, we're out here driving around trying them out. They are super stable. They're not all flopping around or anything. So I will say the clarity in these looks a lot better than the originals. I don't know if the originals were just old, but the clarity on these is super good. Couple weeks later here, I've had these mirrors on for about 2 weeks now, and they are working great. Have had no problems with them. Lights are still working, no glitches, nothing. Everything works, heat still works. They're just holding up really well. They're not all sloppy. You see they're nice and tight still. still nice and tight to the truck. It didn't get all loose right there from all the jiggling around. This side's also nice and tight. Light works good. No problems, no issues. Absolutely love these. So I'd like to thank Sanooer again for sending these mirrors out to me. Really thankful for that. They really made the truck look so much better. If you guys want to pick yourself up a pair, there will be an affiliate link, an affiliate code to get a discount in the description below. So make sure you check that out and pick yourself up some Sanooer mirrors. So that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks again to Sanooer for sending these out to me, and I will see y'all in the next one.